I'm actually a little bit embarrassed to admit this, but I just filmed this whole video and I looked at it and I hated it. So we're just going to rediscuss it. But welcome back to my channel. I'm Kiana. I really want to start doing more things on my channel that are structured and not just vlogs because my life is not that interesting. We all know that. Let's just get the elephant out of the room. So on my old channel, I used to do a thing called Tuesday Talks. Well, I did it twice. But I don't really want to call it Tuesday Talks on here. I just want it to kind of be, we pick a topic, we talk about it and discuss it. We have an opinion. We can even have a debate, a nice civil debate, nothing whack where we're calling people stupid and things like that. This week I want to talk about something that I never really put much thought into until I saw a post about it and I decided, I think I need to discuss this. I think I want to make a video about it. I've been wanting to bring back this segment or series, but I haven't been sure what to talk about, so I'm definitely sure now. We are going to talk about the infamous Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Now, if you don't know who she is, there's all kinds of ways you can go research it, but I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you're sure who she is. So I'm not going to talk about everything, but basically she was a victim of Munchausen by proxy. Her mother used and abused her to basically get fame and clout and money and pretended she had all these illnesses and had all these surgeries done, basically screwed her up and messed her up her whole childhood. But like I said, there's documentaries, there's all kinds of things you can look up to learn everything she went through, but we're going to discuss, should Gypsy Rose Blanchard be famous / an influencer? Are we over celebrating her? That's what we're going to talk about today because I never put much thought into it. Ever since she got released from prison, I had a hard time with how I felt about everything. Like, okay, I understand she was treated horribly and she has a lot of trauma, and the only way she felt to end that was to take her mom out of this world. None of us could really ever fathom what she went through. I mean, we have shows and movies and things that try to depict what she went through, but only her and her mother really know what happened in that house and what she went through. And I'm not judging her at all. I have a lot of sympathy for what she went through and hope that she really is healed and can live her life now. Although, is what she did okay? And are we over celebrating it? Let's get into it. So I seen a Facebook post, and I'm going to put it on the screen. Basically, it's just describing why are we over celebrating the actions of what she did to escape her abuse. And a lot of people in the comments I was reading, some people were celebrating Gypsy hardcore, like, go her, like her mom was horrible. And then other people were like, yeah, her mom was bad, but was this really the way she should have handled it? Like I said, we don't really know what she went through, and if in her mind, I mean, we don't know what's going through her mind. She's been brainwashed, she has been told one thing after the other. If doing this crime, and really she didn't actually do it, but she did orchestrate it, you know, she meditated it, she premeditated the whole thing, is basically what they call murder for hire, if you think about it. But anyway, some people were on the fence. Some people feel like she should 100% be celebrated, and the person who made the post was basically against it. Like, no, we shouldn't be celebrating her. And it got me thinking, like, I never thought about it, but maybe it is a little too excessive. She's being an influencer. She's meeting Kim Kardashian. She's having all these interviews. She's basically like almost like this new person that just hit the media and like everybody's gushing over them. Are we over celebrating her? Not necessarily her overcoming her trauma, because we hear stories all the time where people escape trauma or escape their parents, escape really horrible situations, and we celebrate them for that and we honor them for escaping and surviving. And she really is a survivor, honestly, from her own trauma. But are we over celebrating the actions that she took? I really feel like, in my opinion, I'm not really 100% for what she did, and I'm not 100% against it. But when it comes to the fame and the clout that she's gained for it, I think it definitely is over celebrated. And I have to agree with the person who made this post slightly. I'm not like super strongly against it because I don't ever feel that strongly about anything really in life. I can usually be swayed. I like to hear everybody's side of the story, and I usually like to, you know, be flexible and hear what everybody's got to say and hear everybody out. But in this post, it's just basically saying, in today's society, social media is just completely turned It glorifies everything. And I 100% agree with that. And I should have said this at the beginning, but please excuse my light. It flashes, and I don't like that, but I can't find the remote to stop the flashing, so I'm sorry. I think that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is over-celebrated for the actions she took against her mother. Now, she did her time. She went to jail. She's healed, allegedly. She has overcome it. She's probably going to always live with that guilt, and she's always going to probably feel some type of way towards all of that. I mean, none of us completely outgrow the trauma we go through. We just learn how to heal with it and live our lives. But becoming a social media influencer because you went to prison because you unalived your mother, who was doing terrible things towards you, 100%. Not judging her at all. Like I said, I have the utmost sympathy for her and what she went through as a child. But a lot of people want to argue that there's so many other ways that she could have escaped. I don't want to get too much into that because we really can't say what other ways she could have escaped. But people argue if she was able to sneak somebody in the house to unalive her mother, then she should have been able to sneak away, which I'm pretty sure I haven't really gone back and looked at everything over with a fine-tooth comb in a while about her whole story, but I'm pretty sure she did try to run away at times. But as we all know, the law doesn't always law, and sometimes things can get lost in translation, and when it comes to a kid and a parent, most of the time the parent is believed, especially when it comes to teenagers, because they think your teenager is just being a bad teenager. But I really think there should have been a way for her to escape. I mean, if she was able to sneak this person in, she should have been able to sneak out, go to the police, get the doctors on her side that knew they were performing these unnecessary procedures, and investigate her mother and get her out of that house in the meantime. I don't want to spend too much time dwelling on what she should have done because shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's not what happened. We're here now after her mother is 6 feet under and she went to jail and now she's being celebrated. Is it too much? Is it? I honestly do think it is. I think that what she went through is horrible. I think that it's unimaginable and none of us will ever understand it. But organizing to have somebody, and I can't imagine the pain you're feeling, like I'm really about to have somebody come over and take my mom out of my life because that's how miserable I am. I couldn't imagine even being in that situation. But coming to what's going on in today's world, getting out of jail, having a TV show, which that's not really that serious because there's a lot of TV shows about a lot of horrible people in this world. And there's a lot of horrible people that are influencers. But that's another thing. Like, why do we celebrate the bad people? And the good people are not celebrated majority of the time. But it's like, should she be an influencer? I mean, is that really something that should be celebrated? We should be influenced by somebody. Is it too much? Like, where do we draw the line that, okay, what you went through is horrible. We're glad you're healing. We know you probably struggle with what you did, that you might regret it. But where do we draw the line that over celebrating certain acts is just, celebrating certain things is just kind of like, okay, we've kind of crossed the line at this point. What she went through is horrible and unimaginable, but should we be celebrating? She still did what she did. Regardless, she still did it. She still orchestrated it. She still went to jail. She was still guilty of what she did. And should we be over celebrating it? I don't think we should. Like I said, I agree with the person who made the post, but I also see where everybody else is coming from 100%. But in my own opinion and how I see it, and I want you guys to share your opinions below, how you guys feel about the whole Gypsy Rose Blanchard situation. And do you feel like she should be this big influencer now? Should she have all these social media followers? And should we be influenced by her? I mean, essentially, you get influenced by influencers. You buy the products they want to sell you. They do brand deals. She's getting brand deals. She's getting TV shows. She's meeting Kardashians. And I mean, meeting a Kardashian is not like that serious because most people don't like the Kardashians. I don't hate I'm Switzerland. I don't really care about the Kardashians. I mean, they're cool, whatever. Actually, growing up, I used to be obsessed with the Kardashians. My sister, I really didn't have a choice because my sister was. But meeting a Kardashian doesn't necessarily mean you made it in the world. For some people, that I guess that's a problem. But it's just the moral of the story, the principle is she's meeting, celebrities, big A-list celebrities, and doing all these interviews and doing all these things. And it's like she's being widespread celebrated. But is it too much? I think it could definitely be too much. And it just doesn't sit well with me, because is this the person, and I'm not judging her, I'm not judging Gypsy Rose. I hope that she has the utmost healing and she can have a family, she can have love, she can live a great life. But when it comes to the celebration of what she did, is it too much? I really think it is. I think that it's kind of excessive to be celebrating somebody who did commit a crime. And I don't want to beat a dead horse this whole video, but what do you guys think about the whole thing? Do you think she's being over celebrated? Do you think that she should have the clout that she has for what she did? What do you think? I think it's excessive. I think it's way over the top. I think covering the story of her getting out of jail, yes, that's probably going to make the news. But it's just like kind of taken over the media, like her whole situation. And then she's having all these brand deals and all these things going on. And it's like, you didn't just release an innocent person from jail, somebody that was framed for something. She actually committed a crime. She actually did that. And I'm not condoning what her mother did to her whatsoever at all, but we're not going to pretend like she did not actually commit a crime, because both people are guilty in this, or three people technically. Well, and doctors and people who did things they shouldn't have been doing because maybe there was money, but I don't know. It's a touchy subject. It's like one of those things where you scratch your head like, I don't know. But what do you think in the comments below? And let me know what else I should talk about on here, because I want to start doing these videos more often. And they'll probably be a little bit more organized and structured, but I really wanted to talk about this because it's just been in my brain. Like, I just think it's over celebration at this point, and we make the wrong people influencers sometimes, just like the wrong people become singers. But what do you think? I think it's just a little excessive to be making her this huge influencer. But what do you think in the comments below? Let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. Comment what you want to see me do next. What other type of topics you want to hear me talk about. We can all share our opinions and debate kindly in the comments. No hatred. Although this is the internet, I don't even know why I'm having wishful thinking. But what do you think in the comments? Are you for the person who made the post who's against all the celebration? Or are you with the people in the comments who say, go her mom was terrible? What do you think? Let me know. That's it. Peace.